Here's the Emperor on Trilogo card. So it's a 3 logo card. It has French, Spanish and English. It's 5 languages here. So it's English, German, Dutch, Spanish, French, and I'm not sure which one that is. But I've got 5 languages there. And it's your typical Emperor figure. It's quite a common figure, easy to find loose. Comes with a cane, which is there. Trilogos tend to come with large bubbles. So this has got a large bubble which is easily crushed and dented. And the large bubbles are described often as palatoy bubbles. So these are the sort of cards you get in the UK. Whereas in France the bubbles were a lot smaller and more designed to fit the actual figure and not leave it with so much space. But the French ones tend to be a bit more fragile. You've got Trilogos in Spain, you've got Trilogos in Germany. I mean, the way you'd identify a German Trilogo is on, if you look at the back of the card, the German cards tend to be a bit more yellow, or a lighter yellow shade. So in the back here you've got the 3 logos again, the 5 languages there telling you to collect all 70, but they actually show 79 figures. You've got 2 blacked out Ewoks, which are Paplo and Lumat. So it's 1983, all rights reserved. So you've got Palatoy, General Mills is the German distributor, PBP in Spain, France is Miro Meccano, Clipper is Benelux. So all the distributors in Europe. Italians, these cards are imported into Italy, so if you have a Trilogo, Italian Trilogo, it will tend to have a sticker on it, a little white sticker, and it has the name of the importer on it. So, I mean, Trilogos, the card they use is a bit thinner as well, so it's more easier to crease. Like you can see, this has got a crease around the punch hole, which is unfortunate. Still got punched, but I mean, still got the unpunched, but you know, it's a very thin cardstock. I mean, the figure's really nice. I mean, the face sculpt is amazing. And the Emperor has a few variations like the no country of origin, and then the Hong Kong, and wherever else this figure was made. Trilogos, you tend to get different photographs, like this might be the same picture as on the Kenner cards, but it's probably a lot more, you see more background in the image. Also the name is at the bottom of the card rather than in the sort of just above the figure's head. So it's quite a nice design really, and I'm surprised that Hasbro hasn't reissued this type of card in the vintage collection. I mean, Gentle Giant in the 12-inch range has put Yak Face on a Trilogo type card. But it's a really, you know, it's quite a nice design. I mean, for a long time they were seen as like second rate compared to Return of the Jedi cards and earlier cards, but now there's quite a following for these cards and they're quite highly prized. Certain figures are really valuable on this card. General Medane, the Jawa, Emperor's Royal Guard. So Medane would be probably the rarest figure on this. So this one here, which is an easy find on a Return of the Jedi card on Trilogo, is incredibly rare to find and is thus very expensive. Emperor's Royal Guard, that's another tough one. The Jawa, that is super tough. The original Princess Leia white gown, she's tough. Luke Skywalker. Han Solo, I mean, he's not too rare. Other ones are tough. Death Squad Commander does not exist on this card back. He wasn't produced on a Trilogo card. You can get him on a miss card. So you'd have to get him on a ATST miss card, and that would cost quite a lot. Some of the figures have quite significant picture variations. Leia, Hoth, Labot, Luke Bespin. Who else? Boba Fett's highly prized on this card. Really worth a lot on the Trilogo card. So I mean, the last wave of figures are they're quite easy to find on the Trilogo card. The first wave of Return of Jedi cards figures are a bit tougher to find. This lot. That's why maybe Madain was only released in France. But these ones are harder to find than the second release of Return of Jedi figures. Luke Hoth is tough. He's hard to find. Who else? IG-88 is quite a cool one because he's got quite a unique picture. So Luke Bespin definitely. Leia Bespin. Luke because it's Luke. Leia because it's Leia. Impossible to find. You can't find the white Bespin Guard, the black Bespin Guard, Power Droid, Forlom on this card. That would be Zuckuss. We call him Zuckuss now, but Forlom was never released on the Trilogo card. Death Star Droid, he's quite expensive. Boba Fett, obviously. But to try and get a whole set of Trilogos is really difficult. And there's the hybrid Trilogos as well. So figures like Hammerhead, you'd get white Bespin Guard, black Bespin Guard, you get a hybrid Trilogo card. So, I mean, chances of finding a Madain, I mean, that's a £5,000 figure easily. He's so hard to find. But it's really nice. I mean, if you decided to focus, I mean, some of the figures are quite easy, like these figures are easy to find. Yeah. And then some are hard, like, you know, Death Star Droid. He's always been pretty pricey. The Leia, she's really expensive now. Others, you might just come across them now and again. Others are pretty, you know. But there's a good website called trilogoinfo.com. If you go on that, that tells you everything about different types of bubbles, different collectors, different, you know, figures. I mean, obviously Yak Face on the Trilogo card is something you want to pick up as well if you did decide to go into this area of collecting. I mean, the Boba Fett is called the Trilogo Boba Fett because it's a lighter green outfit, so there's a variation with the figure. But I mean, this Emperor is not too hard to find. He's pretty common. Looks pretty good. But I mean, everything vintage Star Wars has really gone up in price now. So unless your name's Rockefeller, you're going to have a difficult time trying to assemble a full set of these figures. I mean, the good thing about these is the bubble tends to remain clear. It's very rare to find a Trilogo with a yellowed bubble, but because the bubbles are oversized, they tend to dent quite easily. But they look really nice. I mean, look at that, it looks great. So yeah, very nice card. And yeah, I mean, those two, the Emperor, Royal Guard, and Luke Hoff, they're tough. Leia Bausch is a bit tough now. Admiral Akbar, quite a few of them are getting harder to find. I mean, some of them have significant picture variations as well, so people will go after them. And then there's the famous miscards where you find a different figure on the card, and that tends to be always described as a French thing, that the French Meccano factory, when it was closing down, just put any old figures on cards, and they're highly collectible now. When I started collecting, they weren't valuable, so I used to pick up not many, but a few of them for about a tenner each, and they're worth, you know, if you look at Trilogo miscard on eBay, you'll be shocked at how much they're selling for now. The most common one is the Klaatu miscard on the Klaatu skiff card. So you've got a Klaatu skiff card with the original Klaatu on it, which I do have. And there's a video on that on YouTube. Another thing is the backs of the figures, they tend to be different colours on the Trilogos compared to the original Kenner Palitoy cards. So that's you know, because the original Emperor would be a green background, on this it's a quite a bright yellow. So, you know, looks great though. I mean, this would be about, I don't know, it's got some damage to it, so C6, C7 card. Say we'll split the difference, C6.5. I mean, the figure's dead mint, it's probably get 85 at least. So that's your Emperor's Royal Guard, and that's some of my knowledge that they didn't teach me in college about Trilogo cards. So hopefully this is useful to you. Alright, cheers, goodbye.